Hello, loving greetings. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. This topic is an interesting one. We keep fighting in our marriage, and I've made this video just for you, just for women. Men and women are very different. Just to give you an idea, I tell the men, hold back the anger, no place for anger in your marriage. You're there to protect your wife. I tell the men, be kind and loving. I tell the men, don't argue. I'm going to do it differently with you because you are a woman. So one of the tendencies that people have, particularly women, is they're looking for what's behind what he said. In other words, what women tend to do, not all women obviously, and if this isn't you, just keep listening because there are things that are very valuable. But be very careful. You see, we're not the mind. We have to regard the mind as a computer that we have that's gotten away from us. We're supposed to be in command of it. We're supposed to control our minds. We're not supposed to be pushed around by our emotions and such, but no one has taught us that. So we are pushed around by our minds. And a woman's mind is always looking for the snake behind the bush. Well, if you do that, when you're communicating with your husband, and I use the term communicate, not arguing, never let your communication go to argument. Don't wonder, what does he really mean? What's he really saying? I know what he's saying. I know what he's thinking. Don't ever do that. And you will have more peace. Now, peace is critical for you because when you're not at peace, what happens is your mind, because it's controlled by your physiology, the drive to survive. You've learned about this in school. We are all compelled for survival. What's the term that they use for that? And we don't want to bring that into our relationship. Self-preservation does not belong in your marriage. That's in the jungle, when there's wolves and bears and troubles, or your boss, or your girlfriend who's trying to steal your husband. That's what self-preservation is for. But you have to override all of those thoughts and images that are going through your mind. Because if you don't, they will lead you into an argument. Well, what if your husband starts an argument? He doesn't mean necessarily to argue with you, and even if he does, doesn't mean you have to play. You know, a friend of mine many years ago, I used to be a divorce mediator, just by the way, and so psychologists used to send me business when they failed to save a marriage, which was virtually all of them. And I approach marriage very differently than a psychologist. I don't look for the problems. But this friend of mine had a great technique, and I'm going to give that to you right now, even though it's in our courses. Our courses are amazing. And I'm going to give you a link to go to our website so you could download, it's free, the 10 top do's and don'ts. But now I want you to subscribe. I want you to like the video. This technique is called the bowling ball feather technique. So I want you to visualize this in your mind. Imagine a bowling ball heading towards a feather. Well, there's no chance for that feather to be hit by the bowling ball. And that's who you want to become in all of your conversations. Now, in our courses and in my books and throughout with these videos, which are free, and articles, there's a lot of techniques that I offer for calming, for handling communication better. So do your research here at the Marriage Foundation. So, again, like the video, stay out of arguments. Your marriage is meant to be paradise, but you got to learn how to do it. I founded the Marriage Foundation to serve you because I discovered a whole different way of seeing marriage. God bless you. God bless your husband. Come back soon and take care. Subscribe.